And we are live here on Maritime Athletic Profiles for this matchup between the Halifax Pirates and the Sackville Goons. Today we're going to be a little bit shorter lineup for Sackville compared to Halifax. Halifax looking pretty full, be able to rotate quite a lot. Short lineup for Sackville, missing 3 players. Not sure who is scratched for Halifax, but for Sackville, we'll be missing Brady Strang, Julian Higdon, and Damian Llewellyn as well. So, short lineup for Sackville, looking like, counting now, just about 9 players out there, potentially 10 given on the roster sheet. Going to be starting in a moment. Refs calling captains to the middle. And Sackville looking to get their first victory of the season, fell to both the other teams already. And Halifax, they are 1-1 coming off the loss there last week to Fall River. However, they do have a victory over Dartmouth, and calling back to that one. Ended at halftime. Dartmouth had to forfeit. They did have the 8-7 lead, but unfortunately a very short bench, unable to keep the energy going. And we should be getting to the game here in just a moment. So we'll leave you there for a second, but be back in just a moment here on Maritime Athletic Profiles.
Hi, I'm Tina Powell from MMP.
Football. And we're back here about a kickoff for this matchup between Halifax Pirates and Sackville Goons. Sackville going to kick off here to start. And back there for Halifax to receive, going to be Bradley Murphy. And he picks that up, moving along the right side. And has a lane there, breaks one tackle. Can't break the second there. And a nice job by Nick Robinson to make that one. And Halifax, just like I mentioned moments before, looking to capitalize and get a 2-1 record after this game. Sackville looking for their first victory of the season. Halifax going to start with the ball in this one. And at center there, you're seeing Antonio Ford, and I'm hoping to get a halftime interview with him. And the snap there, they'll start with a bubble screen. Try to get the stiff arm. Not much going there, and stuffed up there was Akil Hill. Check that, McKill Hill. And they'll start at the 50 here after first down. Around the 51. And a screen there on the first play. An empty backfield once again. And a short pass there to the center. Ford. He'll gain about 1 or 2 on that play before heading out of bounds. And didn't like that one. Thought the hit was a little bit late. And Nick Robinson, another tackle early for him. Coming in for the cleanup crew. And Sackville stuffing them early on third down. Ford. Snap comes back to Tufford. Another short pass there. And he might have got a first down there. Hard to tell. Close on that play. A call from the refs. Just waiting on it now. A nice pass there from Tufford. He struggled in the last game, getting that one to Rupert Lilford Britton. His first catch of the day. Tufford now picked off there by Sackville. A nice catch by Tay Collins. Interception there, spinning it after. Loving that play, and you'll see it again in just a moment on the replay. And the snap back to Tufford. And a huge interception there. And the tackle made by Ford. Not much yards gained on that, but nonetheless, the first turnover on the first drive of the game. A nice start for the Sackville Goons. And they are on pace to get their first points of the game, starting at their own 40-yard line. And no run plays on the first drive from Halifax. Most likely going to change after the interception. Running back in motion now for Sackville. And a pass up the middle to the center there. And Nick Robinson had a strong game on defense. A long gain there. And a 28-yard pass. Lots of yards on the ground on that play. And the first pass of the day from Henneberry. Henneberry. I believe this is his first game at quarterback for Sackville. Lots of switching being made, but a perfect start for him. Snap goes to him, a toss play there. To the right side was Brennan Rice. Not many yards gained on that play. And it looks like there's going to be sticks on the sideline, making it a bit easier to find out what down it is now for the people at home. You see again on the toss play there, cleaned up early by Halifax. And Bradley Murphy getting in there to make the tackle. Number 24, you see him lined up on the right side there near the sticks for Halifax. Been one of their better players on offense. See if he can get going on defense now. Snap back to Henneberry. Deep pass to the right side, looking end zone, swatted down there by who other Bradley Murphy. Just as I was talking about him, he makes another play on defense. And you see that one again. Henneberry looking deep. And what a job by Murphy to just track down that pass and not let him get anything going. And all of a sudden, Halifax, as Sackville starting to go back on their heels a little bit. And a third down incoming. Henneberry takes it. Screen play there, can't be brought in. And a chance for Brennan Rice. Blown up by Halifax. Overpass there by Henneberry. And Alexander Dalton, talked about him quite a bit in their last matchup last week. And Halifax. Now, neither of these teams had any points last week, something to mention, both being shut out. So both teams hungry. A fourth down now coming up for Sackville. Brennan Rice in motion along the right side. Snap goes back to Henneberry. He's looking for Brennan Rice. He got it! What a catch by Rice for the touchdown! Pass by Henneberry into double coverage. And Brennan Rice gets Sackville on the board for the first time in 2 weeks. And Henneberry, he likes the deep pass on the right side, and you see it there. He beat Dalton and Murphy on the double coverage. Absolutely burned Murphy. And after Murphy's strong start, Brennan Rice takes it right back in motion on that play. He started in the backfield. And they're going to go for it here for a 2-point conversion. Already up 6-0. And Henneberry going to start with an empty backfield now. And he'll take the snap, looks to the right side, looks to the left, and almost brought in. Is there? Deflected twice, but still brought in by Isaiah Salonic. And went off another Sackville player there. And deflections all over. Nonetheless, an 8-0 game. Henneberry looked everywhere all over the field there. And a nice job by Sackville on their first drive of the game. So the touchdown there from Henneberry to Brennan Rice, and then the 2-point conversion going off the hands of Collins. Still brought in by Salonic there. Check that, Salonic. And Sackville going to boot that one away. Might not have the distance. It will. Picked up in a second by Rupert Lilford Britton, and he does now. And some nice blocking by Halifax. He's got a nice lane on the right side. Breaks a tackle there. Takes it all the way to the 20-yard line. And I might have been in the way of the camera there. I apologize. Just getting too into the play. Not sure what was on the program there at the moment. But a beautiful run there from Rupert Lilford Britton, and the blocking from the Pirates on that play. And they're going to start this drive in the red zone after a solid kick return. And Antonio Ford The centerman gonna snap it back to Quinn Tufford. What a bounce back for them after giving up the touchdown and the interception. See what Tufford can get going here. Man in the backfield. Looks like it is Lilford Britton after that kick return. He'll take it again. Moving along the left side as around 5 yards on first down. And Halifax driving down the field. No problem now. And it wasn't a question. Be a smart idea to give it him on that play. You know, when you have a big kick return like that, he waited around 10 seconds, felt like, to pick up that ball, but when he did, the blocking was ready. And Tufford gonna have Lilford Britton in the backfield once again. And Tufford will roll to the right side. Now he'll roll to the left. Tried to get it back to Ford. And they won't whistle it dead. It was thrown backwards, so they call it a lateral. And Ford is going to score. And you might have thought that that would have been an incomplete pass, but the backward pass by Tufford is called a lateral, ruling it a fumble picked up by Antonio Ford. It'd be nice to talk to him at halftime about that play and what he was thinking about there. And he rolls to the right side. You see it on the right play. Stiff arm to get into the end zone. And what a job by Ford there. They'll have a chance on the 2-point conversion play to tie this game up. 8-6 still for Sackville. Not sure if Tufford will be credited with a touchdown on that play due to it being a lateral, but nonetheless, Ford gets his. Tufford. Lilford Britton blown up there, fumbled. Picked up by Sackville, and he's tackled there. And what a job by the Goons to respond after giving up the touchdown. You see it again on the replay. Lilford Britton, after the strong drive from them, fumbled on that play, picked up there by Cord Marson. Check that, Cord A. Marson. And the Pirates have to kick it off to Sackville after being so close to tying up this game. Couldn't get it done. Sackville have a chance to make this a 2-possession game if they can get this and the 2-point conversion. Should be coming up to kick off in just a moment. And we'll really see throughout this game if the shorter bench will be what hurts Sackville. And kicked off there. One of the nicest kicks right into the hands of Sackville right there. Running up the middle now. Nice job by Tay Collins. Took it to the right. Spin move. Breaks 3 tackles. What a job by him to still stay on his feet. Breaks another one. Oh my goodness. Getting all the way to the 50. What a powerhouse run by Tay Collins. Add that one to his highlight reel. And you see one of the nicest kickoffs right in his hands we have seen in this league so far. And breaks the first tackle there. How many did he break? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It took 8 tackles to bring the man down. What a run there by Tay Collins on the return. But it looks like, unfortunately there was a flag called on Sackville after all that. You know, still probably being his highlight reel. The play Did not gain the yardage that he would have liked. Start around the 31-32 yard line in their own zone after what it would have been a run up to the 50. They'll run a heavy set to the left side. Fake the screen, looking for his man deep on the corner route. Sayonic couldn't bring that one in off of the pass from Henneberry. An unsuccessful first down. 4 players out to the left side there for Sackville. Quads left. Quite heavy set. See what they bring up here. And they'll have Brennan Rice in the backfield now behind Henneberry, and he'll go in motion on the right side. Henneberry takes it. Looking Brennan Rice, almost brought in on the one-handed grab. Tackle made by Alexander Dalton. Not letting him bring in that ball. And 3rd down and 10 incoming for Sackville. See what Henneberry can dial up. Most likely going to be looking for his favorite target so far in this game, Brennan Rice. And Henneberry talking to the referee there. Still in the huddle. Need to make sure that everybody knows what's going on for this important 3rd and 10 play. Have Rice in the backfield behind him. Snap there. Giving off to Rice. Back to Henneberry. He'll take it. On the QB run. He has a free lane there on the right side. Can he break that tackle? He does. Henneberry takes it all the way to the end zone. And Sackville, now having an 8-point lead, has a chance to make it 10 with the 2-point conversion. What a run there from Mikey Henneberry. And you see again on the replay, not allowed to run as a quarterback unless you have pressure, but smart play, giving it to Rice and flick back to him so it becomes a lateral play, giving him free motion to run up the right side, and barely breaks that tackle there, but he does and gets all the way to the end zone for his longest run of the season. And a little dance move at the end there. And trying to make this a 2-possession game with the 2-point conversion play here. He'll have an empty backfield. Looking to the right, now looking to the middle, can't be brought in. And with an incompletion on that play, that leaves it open for Halifax to get back into this game, and that'll be the end of the quarter. And 14-6 Sackville after the first. Halifax going to get the ball back on the kick return here. Down by a touchdown and a 2-point play. Very good chance for them to get back in. It did score on the last drive, but had some strong field position from the kick return made by Wilford Britton to start the drive. Most likely going to be him waiting back there to take the return again. Looks like, yes, he will. He's going back now. Sackville getting ready to make the kick now. Players lined up. Kick there. Wilford Britton takes it, this time on the right side. Breaks a tackle there. Down at around the 54, and another strong run from him. Tackle made by Brennan Rice. Been the running back on offense out there on special teams as well. Hard when you have a short bench. But another strong return there from Wilford Britton. Halifax trying to tie this game up. Have an interception and a touchdown so far on each of their drives. Tufford alone in the backfield here. Takes the snap. Looking for Ford, couldn't be brought in on that play. And it'll be 2nd and 10 here. And the short pass there to the center, Antonio Ford, the touchdown scorer earlier in this game for Halifax. Struggled to get that one. Second and 10 incoming now. Going to be an empty backfield once again for Tufford, so likely dialing up another pass. Check that. Looks like Wilford Britton has moved into the backfield now, and he will take it on a run on 2nd and 10. Cuts to the middle after moving to the left side on the inside zone. He gains around 5 to 6 yards on 2nd down there. And 3rd down incoming for the Pirates. Crucial one. Be nice to get it here. Avoid a 4th down play. It looks like they'll go empty backfield again. Tufford picked off once again. Who else but the same man, Tay Collins, and he is fired up. His 2nd interception of the first half, and not what Tufford wants to see. And Halifax struggling to drive down the field when they do not have great field position. You see the interception there. Collins, his 2nd of the game. And the whistle blown right away, and fired up about that one. One of his best defensive games of his life. The Pirates on their heels now. Sackville the chance to really extend this lead. Trying to get their first victory of the season. It looks like Henneberry has finally got their quarterback situation suited out, and he rolls to his left. Pass made there, can't be brought in. Just a little bit too hard into the hands of Sayonik on 1st down. And a 2nd and 10 incoming. And Sackville really struggled with offense in their 2 games, not really had any leads. But a nice job they have done today to hold off the Pirates with big plays from Henneberry, the long touchdown run and the deep pass to Brennan Rice, as well with the 2 picks by Collins. And there's 2 Collins there on Sackville, but Tay Collins is the one getting the interceptions. And a deep pass there couldn't be brought in. Sent too far for Sayonik again, and he's been targeted quite a few times so far here by Henneberry, but just struggled to bring any of them in. And they'll go into the huddle here for 3rd and 10. Trying to get a 1st down on this play, or at least make it close. No yards gained so far on this drive. They'll have a man in the backfield. Tight end motion. And the referee, I believe there was a timeout called for that 3rd and 10 there. With the timeout being called, we'll take a little timeout here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Be back with more 6v6 coverage in just a moment. And play should be coming back here in a moment. Sackville back in their huddle for 3rd 10. Hannaberry getting ready to take this one. Snap to him, given to the running back. Cuts to the middle. Couldn't get much going. Fumbled there. Picked up by Halifax. Rolling there. Not sure who that was. Might have to see on the replay. And it looks like number 25 there. Max Kearns with the play. And what a job from him. And you see it on the replay again. The toss. The tackle made there by Kearns and Dalton Kern, forcing the fumble, taking it there. And Halifax taking over now. A chance to get back into this game after the interception they just gave up, sticking with Tufford at quarterback. Down by 8, but in the red zone to start this drive, and that's what happened the last time they scored. Fumbled there. Oh my goodness, Tufford needs to jump on it, and he does. They go backwards at least 10 yards on that play. Looks about 12. Not what you want to see. Another fumble there from Wilford Britton. He's had struggles holding on to the ball in this one. And a great start on 1st down for Sackville. Unfortunate they couldn't bring the ball in, but in the end of it, they do send them back around 13 yards. And an injury timeout now for Sackville. Looks like Nick Robinson just going to go to the sidelines, sub in now. Being made for Sackville. Looks like Brandon Landry going to step in the middle now. And Tufford. Empty backfield, going to try to redeem his team after such an unfortunate play for them. Can't be brought in by Wilford Britton, and he's had the strong kick returns. But the fumble on the last play, and drops it there, and you see it again. A short pass to him. Slips out of his hands. The 3rd and around 23 incoming. Now for Halifax. Tufford in an empty backfield once again. Takes that snap a little bit to the right. Rolls around, and he'll be sacked on that play. And what a drive there defensively from Sackville. Giving Halifax no chance to get back into this one. And they may go for it here on 4th down. Being inside the 40-yard line, and an automatic punt being 40 yards and not being allowed to be under the 10. It would be almost a waste to Tufford, Gonna need to make a deep pass here. Had Murphy open. Overthrown there. Couldn't find his man once again, Lilford Britton. And that'll be the end of the drive for the Pirates. It's had 2 deep targets open. And the bench not liking that one. Their chance to get back into the game completely ruined by the play sent backwards and then the sack. Getting back to play here, Sackville trying to extend their lead. Henneberry, toss play there to Rice, and he'll only get about 2 to 3 yards on that play. A little jet pass from Henneberry to Brennan Rice on first down, and easily tackled in the middle by the Pirates. Some substitutions being made for Sackville now. Second down incoming. Could be a chance for them to start running away with this one. Henneberry takes the snap. Looking the middle. Couldn't find Sayonic again. Just slightly underthrown on that play. And a third down incoming. Need to get to the 48-yard line. Big opportunity for them here to put Halifax back in this one. An empty backfield once again for Henneberry. And Rice in motion. Looking to the right side. Finally hits his man, Sayonic. And he has a first down on that play, gaining just the 7 yards that he needs. Extending this drive. And a nice job by Henneberry to get it to Sayonic there. I believe that is his first catch on 5 targets. Trying to keep it more consistent now for the Goons and see if he can get hot after multiple targets being thrown to him. And it looks like penalty was called on that play. So Sayonic, his first reception of the game, will not be counting after all. A fourth down incoming. A long one at that. Sackville, confident in their guys, they're going to go for it. They even set on each side. 2 players there. Whatever direction Henneberry wants to look. See who he'll hit. He'll roll to his left side, trying to get players cut back to the middle. Hits the left side. Doesn't look like that. Sayonic had the distance to get the first down on that play. Check that. I believe they may have redid third down after that penalty. So now fourth down incoming. So I've been wrong about how I've been calling that play. I apologize. But fourth down and 2 incoming now. A chance for Henneberry to keep this drive going for the Sackville Goons. Goes to him. Handoff there to Brennan Rice. battling, trying to get the first down, may have had it, fights for extra yardage, and gets that one. First down called by the referee, and a nice job in this game by Brennan Rice. Been involved in every touchdown some way. And you see him just fighting for that extra yards right at the first down marker. Keeping the drive going for the Goons. And resetting the downs now. And they'll keep him in the backfield with Henneberry. Snap back to Henneberry, given to Rice, back to Henneberry. Nice blocking by Rice. Henneberry allowed to run with it. Now he's got a first. Cuts to the middle. Halifax players running into each other, trying to get around. Hill can't. He'll go out of bounds near the end of the red zone. Checked at the edge of the red zone. He went into a shed on that play. On the sideline, what a run there from the quarterback, Henneberry. On the sideline asking if he's okay after a hard fall there. You see it there on the replay. He'll stay in this game, in the heart and soul of the Sackville offense in this one so far. Him and Rice. And the second time he's given it to Rice, and Rice has lateraled it back to Henneberry. Both plays resulting in large runs, and it looked like he might have even thrown it on that play, was still eligible too. He'll keep Rice in the backfield here on first down near the red zone. And talking to Rice for another second here. Motions him to the left side. Cuts to the middle. Looking, Rice almost brought in there. Deflected out by the Pirates, and what a chance for Brennan Rice and Henneberry on that play. Would have been one of the nicest catches of the season. You see it again on the replay. Thrown down to Rice. And he was blown up on that one when it came to him there. And the second down incoming. Now for the Sackville Goons. Henneberry alone in the backfield now. Puts Rice in motion on the left. Been his favorite target so far. This time he hits Sayonic. He's got a first down in at the 8-yard line. And a nice catch there by Isaiah Sayonic. And they are that close to making this a 2-possession game. You see him look to the left side. He knew right away what his target was going to be. A tackle made there right away by Mackay Hill. But just couldn't deflect the pass away in time before it was brought in. And he's done a nice job at safety to been there to make the tackle, but struggled with the pass deflection so far. Henneberry. Looking end zone. Couldn't be brought in there for Brennan Rice. And a second down and goal incoming. And just thrown wide there from Henneberry. He was in double coverage on that play. And the end of the half incoming. And we're looking to hopefully get an interview And with the Pirates player Antonio Ford, their lone touchdown scorer in the first half. Second and goal incoming. Henneberry. Looks end zone, got it. This time Isaiah Sayonik gets that one. And the Sackville lead extends just a little bit more, making it a 20-6 game. And that is now a 2-possession lead. They'll have a chance on the 2-point conversion now to extend this one even more. And you see the pass up the middle on the slant. Spinning the ball. Shake your arms for a little dance on that one. And the 2-point conversion incoming here. And Ford, pressure on Henneberry right there. He makes the tackle right away. And that's halftime right there. And hopefully we should be looking to get an interview here with the Halifax Pirates. And I'll be back on commentary in just a moment. And hopefully a Sackville player as well. And we should be back here in just a moment on Maritime Athletic Profiles. And we are here with Halifax player Antonio Ford, their lone touchdown scorer in the first half. Can you walk me through that first touchdown? I mean, the play was thrown to the ball, like the ball was thrown to the ground there. Couldn't tell if it was a lateral or an incomplete pass, but you picked it up.
It was kind of a broken play. As you can see, the play was like a little bit messed up. So, you know, he kind of passed it back. I tried to come back for it, but as you can see, it's behind the line, so it's fumble. I just picked it up and seen the open lane, and I just took it through. At first, I didn't know if it was in or not, so yeah, we just had to wait for the call.
Yeah, I mean, big plays there. Had some big hits at the end of the half there. What can the Pirates do to get back into the half on this one, down by 2 touchdowns?
Well, I think the defense is playing an amazing game right now. You know, they're really sticking it up. I think the offense just really needs to pick it up a little bit more, capitalize on their blitzing, and just look at the open lanes. That's it, open slots.
All right, yeah, and that should do it here for us at Maritime Athletic Profiles. I want to thank Antonio Ford for coming out to this one.
Thank you.
And hopefully getting a Sackville player in just a moment. We'll be back.
Okay, number 27.
And we're here with the man who scored the last touchdown there for Sackville, make it a 2-possession game. Selenik here. Can you walk me through that last touchdown play?
Yeah, basically me and the QB, Mike Henneberry, we noticed that they keep chasing across. The corner just can't guard me. I come over the middle, I play simple football. I just sit it in the window, we get a touchdown. It's that easy.
And what do you think Sackville can do to hold on to this lead in the second half now?
Don't let off the pedal. We don't feel bad. We're just going to keep scoring. I'm going to Q, play receiver Q, I'm about to throw a touchdown first play.
All right.
See.
Yeah, we'll see if he's throwing a touchdown right here. That should do it for this interview. Get back to play in just a moment. Want to thank Sackville for coming out.
Thank you.
Get back to play in just a moment here on Maritime Athletic Profile. and getting back to play here in the second half. And that was me, believe it or not, Ethan Greenham, the man himself, doing those halftime interviews. You saw him here if you were clicked onto the stream, and if you want to see him, you're always able to scroll back. We are on YouTube here at Maritime Athletic Profile. And the score being 20-6, a 4-point lead. Check that, 14 for Sackville. And they'll get the ball here to start half as well. So a chance to really take control in this one. And the Pirates want to get back into this one. You heard it in the interview there with Antonio Ford. He wasn't sure if his touchdown even counted. And return brought in there on a perfect kick. Absolutely German suplex there, Brock Lesnar style. Oh my goodness, what a tackle made by Halifax. One of the biggest hits you have seen so far in this league. And a replay put down on his back. Absolutely dropped. And what a job by Max Kearns on that play. Looks like the biggest hit so far of this season. Absolutely put Corday Merceman on a poster. And the sub here, you heard it in the interviews from Sayonik. He said he was going to throw a touchdown on the first play. And he tried to dump it off there to Nick Robinson. Couldn't get the pass off, dropped. I don't know if he'll stay at a QB. Not the start you wanted to see from Sayonik. Had pressure on him right away from Max Kearns, and you know that made him scared. He just had that German suplex on the play before. And what a start to this second half. Check that. It is Sayonik. He told me that before the interview, and I'm still saying Sayonik right now. Need to fix that one. Isaiah Sayonik. That is your name from now on, and Sayonik takes it. He's looking deep on the right side. Might have it. He does. Calls his shot. Doesn't get it on the first, but he gets it to the second. Throwing it to the former quarterback, Mikey Henneberry. What a play there for Sackville. Pointing to the press here. What a touchdown from Sayonik there. And a 3-possession lead now for Sackville.
The guy who threw the ball was just pointed at you, that's all.
What a job from Sackville. 26-6 the lead now. And what a chance. They can make it 22 points here. Sayonik going to stay in at quarterback. And you almost wonder why he hasn't been there in the first place. The most beautiful spiral I think I've ever commentated in my entire life. He'll take the pass there. Pressure on him, allowing him to just run into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And a 22-point lead now for Sackville. So the touchdown there from Isaiah Sayonik to Mikey Henneberry. One of the nicest you'll ever see. And the refs taking the ball to the other side of the field for a kickoff now. Should be getting back to play here in a moment. And, you know, if you didn't watch those interviews, Sayonik said it at the end of his. He was going to sub into quarterback, hop in there, and then on the first play of the half, He's going to go out, throw a touchdown. Had immense pressure on him the first time. Almost fumbled it and lost possession for his team on the second one there. Drops back and throws one of the biggest dimes of his entire career to the right sideline to the guy who's been throwing him the ball all day, Mikey Henneberry. We'll see if Henneberry goes back into quarterback or Selanik stays in. And the kickoff should be happening here in just a moment. Ref calling for it. And the kick sent down now. Drop back. Lilford Britton picks it up. Has blockers. Takes it from the right. Tried to check that. Took it from the left. Tried to take it to the right. Blown up in the middle by the man who has 2 interceptions today, Tay Collins. And Halifax will start this possession at midfield around their own 47-yard line. And down big in this third quarter. See what they can do to get back in it. Wilford Britton in the backfield with Tufford. Tufford rolls to the left side. Pressure on him. He gets out. He's got a first down, and he'll step out of bounds on that one. Nice job by Quinn Tufford to start this drive for Halifax. And just as I mentioned before, down big, they need some more plays like that, and they need to start getting consistent with it. If they want to find a way back into this one and get their second win of the season. But at the moment, it looks like the Sackville Goons are starting to walk away with this one. They'll keep Lilford Britton in the backfield. Now behind Tufford. Check that. No, he will stay behind him. On his right side. And a heavy set to the left for receiver. Man in motion. Faked it to Lilford. Britton has pressure on him. He'll roll out once again. He's gaining yards now. Got a first down again. Rolls out of bounds. Second play in a row for Quinn Tufford to roll out of the backfield and gain a first down going out of bounds. A nice job from him on this drive. And number 14 hasn't thrown it so far in this second half. They'll have Lilford Britton in the backfield with him on his right side. Again, another heavy set to the left. Given to Lilford Britton, he'll take it to the right. Didn't have any blockers there. He is tackled. Gaining around 4 to 5 on that play. And Sackville with a nice drive here. And their first of the second half. Second down play incoming. Timeout called now. Over for Halifax. And with them taking a timeout, we'll take a little timeout here as well on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Be back in just a moment. Back to play here. Snap back to Tufford. Given off to Murphy on his first run of the day. Breaks free of tackles into the end zone there. And Halifax makes this a 16-point game, a chance to make it 14 with the 2-point conversion on this play. And what a job there from Bradley Murphy on that run. Along the left side, cut to the middle on that one, and he just had a free lane after that. And if there was any way the Pirates needed that drive to go, it was like that one. And Braden Mitty gonna step to the medical sideline now. The 2-point conversion coming up for Halifax. They'll give it to Murphy again. Murphy stuffs his way into the end zone, and he gets the 2-point conversion as well. Nice job by Bradley Murphy. And is now a 14-point game in this contest. A nice drive from Halifax. Got exactly what they needed to get done after giving up the touchdown just moments before. And Sackville needs to start playing turnoverless free football, or they will let Halifax get back into this game. Halifax going to be fighting hard here for an interception and a fumble. Can't let Sackville get on the board again if they want to win this one. And the kickoff should be happening in just a moment. Matthew Valesi back there to kick it. I believe it'll be Brennan Rice there to receive. And it'll go back to Brennan Rice. Looked like he was going to go up the middle. Fakes going to the right, cuts back to the middle. Another suplex. Oh my goodness. And the same player himself, Max Kearns. And he must have been a wrestler in his past, or even currently. You see it on that play. Another German suplex. And a third one, we will actually be entering Brock Lesnar territory, where it becomes Suplex City. But just two so far in this one. We'll see if he'll go for another one. Been the most physical guy so far for Halifax. He's fighting hard. He wants to see his team get back into this one. Selanik will stay in at quarterback. He'll have Rice and Henneberry to his right side. The 14-point lead. You know, he likes to go deep on his passes. And he rolls out and chucks that one up. Couldn't be brought in by Tay Collins. He gets the interceptions, but couldn't get the standard reception on that one. A nice ball from Selanik, and you'll see it again on the replay. Had some time. He rolled out to his left side on that one, aired it up. A nice pass. Just might not have had the spiral he wanted on the catch there for Collins. Nonetheless, they'll have second down incoming on this play. But you know what happens when he fails on a first down and has a second down incoming? He usually dials up a deep pass to the right. We'll see if Selanik can get another deep one going here. And he'll stay in at quarterback. Mikey Henneberry going to the right side. He'll have Brandon Rice there as well, but also to his left, Corday Marsman. Trayvon Collins out there now as well. Brother Tay gone off. And deep pass to the left this side. And what did I say? He would dial up another one. And it was intercepted there, but I believe pass interference being called now on Halifax. And it came down to Brandon Yold on that play. We'll see what the refs call. I believe that the flag was there on Halifax.
Yeah, keep going that ref, Kaylee. White hat, yeah.
The flag down near the 40-yard line. And you'll see that play one more time. Slanik loves to dial up that deep pass, and it looked like Yold came down with it. But early contact from him. And the pass interference there on Halifax. Sackville now. Staying with Slanik. Fumbled it there. He rolls out to the left. Pitched it up to his big man. And while he wasn't the one going down, Cody Demmons will go back around 5 yards. And a timeout called there for Sackville. And with a timeout, we'll take a little timeout here as well on Maritime Athletic Profiles. We'll be back with more 6v6 coverage in just a moment. And the snap there. Slanik pitched it off to Brennan Rice. And he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. And that is what Halifax needs. A third and looks like 10, maybe even 11 on that play. About a 5-yard gain. And they had that big play going backwards on first. And third down and coming now. Some substitutions being made for Sackville. Look like they will keep Slanik in at quarterback and put Henneberry to the right side once again. He was talking to Brennan Rice on that one. Been his top guys, Rice and Henneberry. Both of his men out wide. A man in motion, over snap there, but it puts Slanik into motion. Almost brought in. What a play on defense by Bradley Murphy, and he says no after that one. And him and Dalton fired up about that play. And 4th and 10, like I said on the last play earlier, could be 4th and 11 by how long the distance is and overthrown. But it made him roll around, and he actually got a nice pass off there. Just couldn't be brought in by Trayvon Collins on that one. And it looks like they will go for it on 4th down. And Slanik gonna stay at quarterback. And Collins in motion now on the right side. Slightly over snapped. May have went a bit early over the line. A scrimmage overthrown there on 4th down. And the Pirates taking over here now with a chance to really get back in this one, down by 14. Still the 3rd quarter, and in a game that looked like was out of reach. Starting to look a little bit closer once again. Tufford handed off to Bradley Murphy. He had a nice drive last time. Breaks free of a tackle there. Nice drive up the right side. Breaks that one. Breaks the third one. He might go all the way. And Halifax is back in this game down by just, I believe, 8 points after that one. What a job by Bradley Murphy putting the team on his back and getting them back in this one. Oh my goodness, what a run. And he started on the left side. Went all the way to the right. You see the stiff arm on that play. Cuts back to the middle. Cuts to the middle even more on that play. And just like that, he has a free lane to the end zone. He knew it right away. And Wilford Britton behind him, just as excited as Murphy. And coming near the end of the quarter, just a 6-point lead. Could be the story if Halifax can get this one, but oversnapped. And it looks like it'll be an 8. Picked up by Sackville. But a flag thrown there, and they'll just wave this one off. It looked like for a second they might have went all the way and had the extra long 2-point play to keep this a 2-possession game. But no, and even with that one not going in, Halifax, if they can get a defensive stop here on Sackville, they can erase it all. And the penalty might have been called there on Sackville, so it looks like they will redo the 2-point conversion. They will. So a big chance for Halifax now to redo the missed snap on the last one. Down by 8, trying to make it 6. To the left side, run from Wilford Britton, and he'll go down there. So still an 8-point lead for Sackville. Let's see. They can find a way to get back on the board after a failed drive right before. When you thought this game was out of reach for Halifax, 2 quick drives going all the way. And Velocity can be back there to kick it away for Halifax now in this third quarter. And Sackville, even with the short bench, does have the lead, and I said it earlier in this game, once you get to the end of the game, the shorter bench can start to affect you a little bit more, and giving up a point's a little bit easier now, and struggling some more on offense. A deep kick by Velocity there. Picked up by the Goons. And a short run there for Sackville. And they'll get just over the 30-yard line. Selenik going to stay out there at quarterback, looking like, as I'm seeing Mikey Henneberry, he came out to the left sideline there. And yes, it will be Selenik once again. Over snap to him slightly. He'll roll around. Has some momentum going into that throw. Couldn't be brought in by Trayvon Collins. And you'll see it again on that play. That's the second time he has rolled around on a play like that and hit his man Trayvon Collins. Neither of them being successful. A second down and coming. They'll have an empty backfield here. Man in motion. Henneberry. Selenik under pressure. He'll gain 5 to 6 on that play. And a flag thrown there. The ref's going to discuss it. Not sure what the flag was thrown for on that play. Might have been roughing or even a face mask there on Selenik. But they will go forward after that play. Quite a few yards. So a huge advantage just gained there for Sackville with their 8-point lead already. And offside there, the late snap from Tay Collins. And not what Sackville wants to see on first down. Henneberry had already taken off along with Trayvon Collins. Both of the Collins out there at the moment, 23 being Tay and Trayvon being number 9. And the second down play incoming after going backwards, going offside on first. Snap there. And another deep pass deflected this time by the Pirates, and a nice job on defense for them so far. This time, Tristan Savage. And Halifax really putting pressure on now. And the quarter switch happening now. And with the quarter switch, we'll just take a momentary break here on commentary, just about a few seconds. We'll be back on Maritime Athletic Profile. Back into action here. And I'm realizing now in that small little break we had, not sure if that offside play counted as a down. So we could be on 2nd and 15 right here, or this is 3rd and 15. Have to find out in the future. But I'm going to play it as if it is 3rd and 15 because I would rather play a 4th and 15 like a 4th and 15 than a 3rd and 15. And the coach going on the field now, discussing with the referee. Not liking a previous call. And play starting back up here in a second. And it feels like Selenik needs to look up here and use some of that interview energy one more time, trying to dial up another deep pass. He's liked to look at both his guys, Rice and Henneberry, quite a bit since he has stepped into quarterback. He has Corday Marsman in the backfield now, in the 4th quarter underway. And the snap there, given to Corday Marsman. In the backfield, breaking one tackle, and oh my goodness, another suplex being thrown there by Max Kearns. And impossible to run when you got a guy like him out there, and you see again on the replay, right into the backfield. Couldn't get him on the first attempt at the tackle, went for another German suplex. This time ended up being a belly-to-belly, throwing him down there. And what a dominating force on defense he has been. And potential fourth down play, could be third down. Not 100% sure, but either way, big implications coming for Sackville on this play. Snap back there. Selanik. Overthrown there for his man, Corday Marsman. And the sideline's not changing personnel, so it looks like that was third down on that play. Fourth down incoming. And Selanik going to talk to his coach at the sideline. He'll take a break from quarterback here. Been struggling the last few plays. Going to be Mikey Hannaberry stepping back into the game. A big fourth down here. Starting to feel the game slip away since the quarterback change, even though they did have that big play and snapped way back. A really bad play here for Hannaberry, but he'll take off on his legs. Needs to gain yards. Goes back. And a catastrophic play for Sackville. And Halifax is going to take over with better field position than they thought, past the 50-yard line. And they have a chance to tie this game now with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. One of the closest games we have had in this 6v6 league so far. As I mentioned earlier in this broadcast, neither of these teams scoring any points in the last one, but starting to turn into a bit of a shootout here, getting really close. A chance for Halifax to tie this game now. What can Quinn Tuffer dial up? He's got Bradley Murphy, and he has also got Wilford Britton in the backfield with him now. Bradley Murphy had the big touchdown run on the last play. He gets it now. He breaks free of tackles. No way! Oh my goodness, at the 10. He is going all the way! Bradley Murphy, 2 plays in a row, takes it all the way to the end zone, and they're down by just 2 points now. What a comeback! Potentially being sealed right here by the Halifax Pirates. Bradley Murphy, what a job here. 2 unbelievable runs from him, and you see it again on the replay. Tufford doesn't even have to think about throwing the ball anymore when he give it to Bradley Murphy. And where was he even in the first half? Why were they not giving the ball to him? Oh my goodness. Cuts back into the middle on the sideline there and shakes off another tackle. What a game from Bradley Murphy. Snap to Tufford there, giving it to Wilford Britton, and he can't get anything going with it. And just as they have a chance to tie it, so close and they can't. Unfortunate for Halifax on that play. Still only down by 2, but they'll have to defend Sackville once again. And the road just keeps getting a little bit bigger for the Halifax Pirates. What an effort they have given to fight back into this one. But they're starting to run out of time. It is the 4th quarter. And Matthew Velacci getting ready to kick this one off. And the Pirates need a big stop on defense here And don't tune out after this game. We may be in East Hants right now, but our crew is going to head on over to Cole Harbour for the next matchup between Fall River and Dartmouth, kicking off at around 9:20. And sent down there. Picked up there. Sackville on the return. Nice run there. Breaks free. Might go all the way. Oh, he hesitated there. Shook free of tackles for a second was Tay Collins. But a long run from him nevertheless. Getting to the 50-yard line. A good start from Sackville. It looked like he could have gone all the way. Just didn't have the angle. Great job by Halifax to find a way to get in there and make the tackle. I believe it was Jonathan Baker making that one on the special teams. Sackville trying to close this one out now. And they've put Selanik back in at quarterback, got Henneberry out left at receiver. Snap back there. He's looking deep for Henneberry. He caught it! Oh my goodness, what a catch for Mikey Henneberry there. Inside of the 10-yard line, down at about the 8. And Selanik loves to dial up the deep pass. And they've struggled with snaps in this half, but a perfect one there, allowing him to have the space to beat them on the double coverage.
26 to what, sorry?
26 for the Pirates, 20 for Sackville.
Okay.
That's what the refs are saying.
Okay. Thank you.
And the refs are saying that we have the score wrong, but we'll have to check on that. I'm about 99% sure I've called 4 touchdowns here. And Sackville rolling out. Selanik caught that one. And I guess we have a tie game, but it feels like that's wrong. It feels like Sackville's extended their lead to 8. But we'll call it like it's tied here. Somebody have to check the footage. And I mean, we had, trying to think back to the touchdowns, we had the one there to Henneberry being one. Henneberry had a long run in this game. He also had a touchdown pass. Selanik had the one to start the half, and they had a touchdown at the end of the half as well. So I think that's wrong. I think they do have 5 touchdowns, but fumbled there. So if our score is right, then Sackville has an 8-point lead. If not, then it is a tie game at the moment. So either way, big implications for this Halifax drive now. And according to the ref, they don't keep track of the score. So we're going to keep track of the score like nothing ever happened. And you know, I'm going to go back and review this footage on the way to the next game, and I'll let you know how many touchdowns have been scored by Sackville in this one. because I want to give you all the right coverage. I want to give you the right scores. I want to be able to tell you who is leading in the standings. And being kicked off there, and kick way too short. Flag being thrown by the referee. And Halifax trying to tie this game up. Been fighting hard on the comeback. Been a very intense one so far. One of the most intense of the entire season. But certainly been one of my favorites to call for sure. Halifax get one last chance. Battle their way back into this one. And they'll start down here with some great field position. Quinn Tufford had his moments in this game, but also had some times where he struggled. Extremely important drive for Halifax, and with so few teams in this league, second, but still gets a 9-yard gain on that play. And a nice job by Bradley Murphy on that one. Second down and coming, a short one at that. And he had the 2 touchdown runs in a row. Couldn't get that one, but still a nice gain from him, and they'll give it to him one more time. They've started to find out what works, and they're just going to keep running with it. He's got a first down now with a gain about 6, down at about the 22-yard line. Halifax starting to close in on tying this game down by 6. Check that, down by 8. Need the 2-point conversion to tie it as well. This time, give it off to their man, Lilford Britton, fighting free of tackles. Might not have even gained yardage on that play, but fought off a lot of men. A hard play for him there, a second down and coming. And Quinn Tufford hasn't thrown a pass on this play. Check that, not this play, this drive. But second down and coming. Could be looking to dial one up soon. And just about everything Antonio Ford said that Halifax needed to do in his halftime interview, they've came out and done it, except for tie it so far. And a deep pass from Tufford looking for Hill. Can't be brought in. And the seatbelt being strapped there for Brennan Rice. What a job from him on defense. You see it again on the replay. Tufford on the throw to the end zone, and seatbelt being fastened. Lock that boy in the back. And Tufford likely going to dial up another play now, and the 2-minute warning called there. Tufford rolls to the left, got a man open, caught for the touchdown. Down by 2 now. All they need is the 2-point conversion. And who else by Antonio Ford? His second of the game. First receiving. You get another look I had the chance to talk to him earlier. What a job by him. What a catch there. Halifax, a 2-point conversion away from tying this one. Let's see what they're going to dial up. Timeout being called. And with the timeout being called, we'll take a little timeout here at Maritime Athletic Profiles. Be back in just a moment for the end of the coverage of this one. And the 2-point conversion play incoming. Wait! No, you're down by 2! Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. And they fumbled it. Now they might run it in. No, they won't. And Sackville takes over there. Nothing going for Halifax, and I apologize for the panic in my voice, but I just can't even believe what I witnessed. I mean, our scoreboard saying a 34-32 game and lining up for the singular point field goal. I felt like my heart just dropped. I couldn't contain myself speaking there. And of all the times they could have gone for the extra point in this one, probably the worst. But didn't get it on that one, and Sackville the chance to close this one out. We'll see if Halifax will go for the onside kick here. Subs being made for Halifax. Halifax need a fumble. Need one bad. Down by 2. Kicked off by Valachi. Sackville now. Bradley Murphy looking to make him fumble there. Dove his head into the ball, but kept in there by Tay Collins. And a nice job by Sackville to hold on to possession. And they are on the way in the final 2 minutes here to their first victory of the season. See what they dial up here. Gonna put Solonic at quarterback on this drive. Snap back there. Deep pass from Solonic. Hannaberry didn't have the distance. Second down incoming. And going to be close. The setup here for Maritime Athletic Profiles. Got all the gear with us at the moment, but we still have to find our way to Cole Harbor. This game ending soon. On the way to the next immediately. Salonic, another deep pass, this time looking for Rice, and overshot there again. Third down incoming. And just like that, they have consistently, in this third and fourth, just let Halifax get back into this one when you think they're just out of it. And the 3rd and 10 incoming after 2 failed deep passes from Salonic. Toss play there. Breaking free of tackles is Collins. He's got a first down, huge first down for Sackville. Horse collar there for Halifax. And Collins didn't like that one. And Tristan Savage getting the flag called on him there. And one of the biggest first downs of the game. Desperate to make the tackle. Check that tackle. Takes the penalty to do so. And it'll make Sackville gain even more on that play. Make it just that much harder for the Pirate. Sackville now closing in on their first victory of the season. And they'll tie their record with Halifax here if they can obviously seal off this victory. Salonic rolls to the left. Caught there. Henneberry. And he got a first down there. Brought down near the sideline. Caught it a few yards further than the first down marker, but lost some yards there. Still getting a first, though. And they are in the red zone now. Starting at about the 17 to 16 yard line. Salonic. Snap there. Rolls out to his right, end zone. Caught there. Touchdown. Tay Collins. And he seals the deal for the Sackville Goons. Eight-point lead, chance to make it 10 now. Halifax needing a miracle now. And if this game goes to overtime, it could really delay our coverage for the next one. But you don't want that to happen. We are going to race over there right away. Don't want to miss a second. Caught there. Touchdown for Sackville. And a 10-point lead, and that should hold us away from overtime after I say that. With them being under the 2 minutes, a 10-point lead. And a strong game from Sackville holding off that second half comeback. And you'll see way back to the field goal I couldn't even believe was being attempted. Back to some big runs from Sackville on that drive as well. In the run game. And that huge first down from Collins and the horse collar on him help them gain even more yards, and Tay Collins himself being the one catching that pass in the end zone at the end of that drive, and he's fired up about that run play there. And you see the pass to Henneberry as well in the replay. And then finally that touchdown there brought in by Tay Collins. And speaking of Tay Collins, he's back there to kick this one off. Sent up high. Put right over Bradley Murphy. Going to be picked up by Rupert Lilford Britton. He is moving along the right side now. Tackled at the 50, fumbled. Brought in by Dalton. Fumbled again. I believe brought in by another Pirates player. And around the 50-yard line is where that play will be stopped. Refs discussing right around the Halifax huddle. And both of the coaches on the field as well. And a penalty, I believe, was called there on Sackville. Still down by 10. Running out of time now. Ball given off to Bradley Murphy. He cuts back to the right, trying to break off a tackle. 2 men there. Make the tackle on him. A flag was thrown. 2 thrown on that play. And it looks like may have been on Murphy, the face mask. And the ref's discussing with the sideline again. Second play in a row. And Halifax will go backwards after the Murphy face mask. Halifax now. Deep pass now, Murphy. Tufford couldn't get it there. And a timeout taken by Sackville. With a timeout there. We'll take a tiny little timeout here as well before we bring you the end of the coverage of this one. play coming back here. Tufford, nobody in the backfield with him. Heavy set on the right side, but a screen pass to Murphy. Moving to the left side, cuts to the middle, has his own man in front of him, and that stopped him from really getting anything going. He goes down on that play. Another play upcoming here for the Halifax Pirates. Running out of time, however, Quinn Tufford and Bradley Murphy likely going to be one of the two with the ball here at the end of this half. Snap back there, Quinn Tufford. Had Murphy on the screen, looking for his center. Beautiful catch there by the man who's already got 2 touchdowns this game, Antonio Ford. And a flag. That's what Ford wanted on that play. And you see it again on the replay. Tufford, throw to the left side. Being brought in by Ford there. He'll go into the middle, take the snap once again. Tufford. End zone, Murphy. Caught! What a beautiful throw from Quinn Tufford there. And a 4-point game, but they're running out of time now. Nevertheless, what a beautiful throw from Quinn Tufford. One of his nicest of the season. And a guy who struggled in the rain, being able to play in the dome, helping him throw that beautiful touchdown on that play, brought in by Bradley Murphy, who has undoubtedly been the MVP for Halifax in this one. A 2-point conversion. Now it looks like they'll kick it here to make it a 3-point game. Valachi puts it up, puts it left. And that one won't go. And they're celebrating like it did. We'll have to see again on the replay what happened there. Our producer, Dylan Jones, wouldn't be the first time you heard me mention that guy. Bringing up the replay here. It was a weird one. We'll see if they got it on the replay there. It looked like he missed it. And the ref threw up the signal like he missed it. So I'm not sure why they were celebrating. So 42-38 is your score.
Pretty sure 42-38. You guys, yeah. I got 5 by myself, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I'll watch it back just to make sure y'all are. We will too.
Sent back there to Sackville. And they'll take it on the return here. Collins gaining speed. Collins trying to get past their kicker. down near the 50.
Get that conversation far middle there, Kaylee. The ref. Looks like the coaches are talking there to your right. Yeah, the guy in the suit there. They look like they're having a conversation.
The coaches discussing together. What a nail biter this has been. Sackville going to take it at the 50. Yeah, they called 2 minutes warning about like 20 minutes ago. And I am not sure how this game is not over. Not going to lie to you, really should be on the way to setting up in Cole Harbour, but we're still here for this one. I mean, we never leave early. Got to finish what you start. And I believe Sackville will take a knee here. And that'll do it for this one. And Sackville takes the win. Not sure why Halifax is celebrating. But Sackville wins this one 42-38, and we got to get on the way to the next one. You'll hear us in just about an hour on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Check back in for the matchup between Fall River and Dartmouth. See you in that one. So confirmed there, the official score now being 42-38. Going to have to be reviewed. Halifax not liking that one. But we keep all our scores here. We run off our scores here, and that's what we have. Will be reviewed and should be updated. If not by the next broadcast, will be updated next week when we cover one of these two teams again, and I'll have their official record. But we'll be packing up here and heading over to the next one at Maritime Athletic Profiles. We'll see you soon.